Hello, everybody. It's me, Shad, Polynerdic. Good morning to you all. We are here today with an unboxing. The Wizkids Monster Manual 2 collection dropped this week. I've been excited, waiting to get a chance to open these. I've got a brick here. It's 10 again this time. That seems to be the standard. The last couple have been 10. Going back to the Planar Perils unboxing that we did. I have not seen everything that's in this. I did watch Gallant Goblin's unboxing of their brick, not the complete set review. So I'm excited to see what these are. We're going to do the thing this time with the... when I hold them up to the camera, I'm just going to use an index card to try to, handle the camera focus. Because it gets to be a bit much trying to use a secondary camera or anything for my little tiny apartment setup here. So let's just get into it. These are... I understand these are to be based on the art from the new Monster Manual, the 2024 Monster Manual. Do we have audio? Yes, we do. Okay. I was worried for a second. It didn't look like we had any audio. So my very first one, got ourselves a little Goblin Hexer. If I can get it to focus on them. Yep. Always love a good Goblin Mini, a little Goblin Spellcaster. That's fantastic. It's a good first pull. Next one, just like a generic, bandit assassin type. Good rogue PC mini. Crossbow, hood up, standard bandit, if you will. You could use it for that. Okay. Cleanup after these is always a pain in the butt. Main's Vapor Spawn. Not a monster type I'm familiar with. Must be something new in the new Monster Manual. I'll have to crack it open and take a look. I don't remember there being variants of mains. And then the big boy in this one, I'm glad I don't play with my youngest anymore. My 16-year-old is deathly afraid of spiders. We got ourselves a phase spider. What I particularly like about this is it's translucent right there. You can kind of see its innards, which is gross and cool. Phase spiders, of course, being the spiders that can teleport through the ethereal plane. Or at least that used to be how they did it. I don't know if it's still the ethereal plane anymore. Again, not up to speed on my 2024 rule set. Or, excuse me, as they call it now, 5.5E, since that's what they didn't want us to call it originally when we all immediately started calling it at that. That has now become the official nomenclature again. Like I said, cleanup after these is always real fun. Oh, okay. Got a shrieking fungus. Good Underdark mushroom. Have not ever had an Underdark mushroom set piece before. Oh, this is one of the ones I wanted. This is one of the more basic ones I really wanted to get my hands on. We got a what kind of Kuatoa monitor. Got a nice. I'll turn this around the right way so it's bigger than you expect a Kuatoa to be. I always think of Kuatoa as being little tiny guys, little fish people, but he's got like a bone whip. That's badass. I like it. Like it a lot. Ooh, okay. Got a little bend to it, to the sword anyway. Got a nice orc warrior. still focusing more on my hands. Pretty good paint job on the face. They said it on the Gallant Goblin channel that like the paint job on the armor could be a little better. It is like the leather and the leather straps are all pretty monotone there, as you can see. That's a good PC mini. Hell, that guy could have passed as Ford from Season 2 of Critical Role. And then our big boy in this box, speaking of Ford, those old Barlgora demon, Gorilla Demon. They really exemplified the demonic aspect there with the multiple eyes, the horns. Pretty good paint job. Could do a little more dry brushing on the abs here, but all in all, that's a pretty solid demon. Happy to have that in my collection. As you can tell, I am an avid collector. Even though I haven't played in years at this point, I still do love thinking about playing and being set up to play. Maybe one day we'll get back into it. Maybe I'll make friends at some point. Oh, this was a good one. We got the capstone, which I'll show you in a second. Let's see. We've got a bugbear with a spear. Always appreciate a bugbear mini. Omar agrees. I don't know if you heard him. Pretty good sculpt. Pretty good paint job. Again, the armor could be a little better, but you know, maybe one day I'll touch them up, drop a wash on it or something, and flesh it out more. What do we have here? A Knoll Fang of Yenogu. Pretty cool. I like the flail. Once again, we have the monotone armor situation going on, but maybe that works for you with Knolls. Do we have, ooh, okay. Alright. I dig it. Little rust monster. I like the shininess of this fella. I like that it's not just like shades of orange like they used to be. That's a solid one. Everyone could use a rust monster or two in their collection. The big one here I'm going to need to cut out because it's got the little plastic strappy going on in here. Keep it in its spot. I wanted this one a lot, so I'm glad I got this one. It is a violet fungus necrohawk. Just a big undead fungus monster. I like that its hand over here, not this hand, but on this side over here, has weapons in it. He's a big guy. That's the capstone mini of the set. That's the top numbered piece, number 45. Not as cool as the Mephistopheles that we got in Planar Perils, but that's still a really cool thing to have for my kind of adventures. This one's an invisible mini. Obviously fell out. A different orc. Nice shiny metal axe. Again, could touch up the armor there a little bit. I can't give them too much shit though about the armor not being detailed when they do better faces than I do. I cannot paint eyeballs to save my life. So I cannot sit and be hypercritical of the painting of the armor when I am terrible at the eyes. A blink dog. which is great. I've been wanting a Blink Dog mini for a while because I have a couple character ideas that I think a Blink Dog would be fun with as a familiar. This is ice, yeah. Ice Mephit. Nice translucent blue plastic. And then the big one in this box is one of the cooler looking air elementals I've ever seen them put out. Like, it's got like, it could damn near be a ghost, a malevolent spirit. Like, most of the time air elementals kind of look like a tornado, or I mean, a lot of the air elemental minis from the past, you could paint them as water elementals if you really wanted to. Of course, Planar Perils had those cool little tornadoes with the faces on them and stuff. So let's see here. Cool. I'm liking this set a whole lot. It's a lot of basic sort of things that you would need to run adventures. Goblins, gnolls, not quite as basic as the previous Monster Manual set was. Okay, all right. Okay, yep. We've got a Banshee here, leaning into the elven heritage. You can see she's got elf ears. Banshees, like most spectral enemy types in D&D, can be a nightmare. I remember one of our early games, a Banshee got into one of our characters, or not a Banshee, a ghost got into one of our characters and effed it up. And then when they did encounter their first Banshee, that was a fun one too. We've got animated armor. It's got the visor up so you can see there's nobody in it. That's a solid one. Okay, alright. I see what this one is before I even get it out of the plastic. It is a swarm of Sturges. I like it. It works for what it is. Sturge swarm. Giant blood-sucking mosquito things. And then our big one in this one, good old classic Onkeg. I could have used this years ago. I haven't used Onkegs at the table in forever, but when we first started playing as a family, there was an encounter that had Onkegs in it, and I didn't have any. I think I ended up using like a carrion crawler and something else insectoid to represent them. Okay. For a brief second, I thought I had another Onkeg. I was like, wow, a duplicate, back-to-back Onkegs. Here we have a Spined Devil. Pretty good. I mean, obviously the pitchfork's a little bent. That happens. But I like the coloration of this. I have a couple older Spine Devil minis that are literally just like a purple bat-looking dude, and there's not a lot of detail. I need to fix the focus here. Hold on. It gets like this. Configure video. One day, as I've said a million times before, I'll have the ability to have a 2-camera setup with a nice turntable and all of that stuff, like more sponsored content creators get to do. Today is not that day. Oh, I love it. I love it. If you know me, you know I love a kobold. You know I particularly love winged kobolds, and you know blue is my favorite. So we have a blue winged kobold now. I'm all for other chromatic and metallic kobolds being represented in minis. So often we get stuck with just red. And I know I'm out of focus. Give me a second. Got our first duplicate. Not bad. Took us 6 boxes before we got to our first duplicate. The barbarian orc, the orc berserker, or whatever the orc berserker. Not bad to get that far in. Now here, let's hope these last 4 boxes over here aren't all duplicates. And then I've got a shambling mound, but it's like the autumn colored version. That's really cool. I like that take on the shambling mound. Right now, of all the minis that I know are in this set, the only one that I know of off the top of my head that I really hope is in these 4 boxes is one of the aboliths. Because I like the abolith sculpt this time. It's so much better than previous aboliths have been. I am a big fan of the aberrant monster type, especially aboliths. Okay, I know what the big one is. Ooh, it's one of the variant ones too. It's I normally do the big one last, but I might as well here. I got a green carrion crawler. Nice variant carrion crawler. Love it. I already have a handful of those. Well, we got no duplicate. We got a animated armor. Okay. I gasp. It's a basilisk. I think this is one of the better paint jobs I've seen in a long time. As far as the way it goes up in color gradient all the way to the shiny blue scales on the back. Good old basilisk. Oh, that one fell. I dropped it. Where'd it go? Oh no, where is it? Hold on for a second while I try to locate the one I just dropped. There it is. I thought I saw it, and I did. Sorry, buddy. Hobgoblin Warlord. I love it. Got a nice metallic shield. Sword, spear. Still not huge on the red-skinned hobgoblins that are the default for D&D. I liked Draw Steel, or the 5e equivalent monster manual that MCDM put out, where they have like a purpley color, and I obviously, as established, love the color blue, so good blue kobold, blue hobgoblin from Pathfinder, also my preferred coloration. But all right, no aboleth yet, guys, gals. No aboleth yet. I'll get a Magman. I can already see it. No Magman. It's a pretty good face on that one. I like it. I wish the head was a little more translucent. Planar Perils had some like hellhounds and stuff that were like really cool looking. Mushroom. A dust Miffet. Quit focusing on my hand so much. I like that the dust cloud down here. I haven't seen what a mud Miffet mini looks like in the new sets, so I don't know what the huge difference would be. Okay, we got an Iron Golem, but like a new one. He's not rusty looking. He's like a brand new Iron Golem. not the rusted kind that you normally see. I like it. 2 more. Pretty much close to the same weight. I'm afeared we may not have ourselves a aboleth. I'm going to buy that on the aftermarket, I guess. Because truth be told, I normally only buy... If I buy a brick, which is rare. I don't normally have the money to buy the brick. If I buy the brick, I usually only buy the one. And then any of them that I didn't get, I try to find aftermarket. The last Monster Manual one, the one with the really cool succubus and stuff in it, I didn't do that. The Gibbering Mouther was another one in this set that I wanted that I don't think we're going to get. Bugbear again. Oh, I stand corrected. Here's the Gibbering Mouther. This is probably the best Gibbering Mouther they've made outside of the big one that was in the Fandelver reboot. That's probably the best Gibbering Mouther I've ever seen. That is so gross and tentacly and teethy and eyeballs. I love it. So we did get it. I actually thought it was going to be a bigger mini, so we got that at least. Excited to have that. We'll get here. Another of the basically Ford orcs. I guess I'm going to say that saber isn't bent because it's the exact same positioning, so I guess it's meant to be very falchion-y or scimitar-like. The big one in this one, a werebear. I actually like the polar bear variant better, but that's still pretty good. I still like that as a mini. And we got one more to go. One more to go. We got our first big duplicate. It is the Ankeg again. So now I have a pair of Ankegs I can play with. I've seen this guy. He's just a little guy. A gnome priest of Pelor. It's a little fella. He's got like a little mace on there, little thing to bonk people with. Little prayer book, nice priestly robes, big old noggin. I gasp again. I'm so dramatic sometimes. This isn't what I gasp about. This is a mains. Just a little gross demon fella. And then the last one of the set, unless there's some down here. I don't think there is. Yep. This is the last one of the set. I love it. It is a lich. But it looks like a female elf lich. And it looks like she's kind of like singing. So like, if you're familiar with Kobold Press's monster manuals and whatnot, they have a thing called a virtuoso lich, which is like the bard lich. I now have a mini for that, so that's fantastic. That's gonna do it for this unboxing. I think of what we got, my favorites are the basilisk, the necro hulk, the big mushroom necro hulk, the gibbering mouther, the phase spider, the virtuoso lich, the blue kobold, the Rust Monster, and the Basilisk. I think that covers my favorites. We didn't do terrible with duplicates this time. One, two. Let's see. We have a duplicate of each orc. So now I have a 4 orc war party. We got a duplicate of the Bugbear. We got a duplicate of the animated armor. The Fungus. Honestly, the Fungus is my least favorite in the set. Yeah, we did pretty good on that. On the as far as like not getting duplicates. Some of these sets I've unboxed privately, you know, in my collection because it's not like I've done an unboxing video for every single thing I own. Sometimes you end up with a lot of duplicates. We did pretty good this time as far as the duplicates being pretty limited. I mean, let's see, we got a total of 40 minis here, and six duplicates by my count, real quick. So 12 pair, not 12 pairs, 6 pairs out of 40. So that's what, like a fourth? I don't know statistically if that ends up being a good amount, a healthy amount, a normal amount, or whatever, but I'm happy with what I've got. And I forgot about the Hobgoblin Warlord. He's one of my favorites too. I have a bunch of unpainted Hobgoblin minis I need to paint, and this will give me some inspiration on how to do them. I love it though. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.